So Jared sent an email, and it was interesting. It got me thinking about a couple things. Um, it actually starts out with after my bitter loss to Matt Friday. You're welcome, Jared. I felt the need to do some chess soul searching. Well, I think we've all done that. It talks a bit about the position and also about getting together on Saturdays. I'm in for that. Particularly Saturday afternoons are usually open. I would say we need at least 4 hours. Now he says it's hard to be objective and we could get together and work on our weaknesses. But what does that mean? And how do we use the time most efficiently so we can improve? Well, there's a problem that he doesn't mention, and that is we're adults. And adults have a big problem improving at chess, particularly to above 2000. In fact, it's been the case where adults, there's no adult in the history of the world that's learned chess at the age of 40 and improved to be 2200 or higher. So why is that? In fact, there was a chess.com article trying to find anybody who learned chess after the age of 30 who had improved above 2000. Now that's a pretty low level for nobody ever doing it. So it turns out that when you're older and trying to improve, the real challenge is internalizing pattern recognition. So the first thing is adults need to be skilled at tactics, because you can do that. And the second thing is we need to learn to play the game of chess. There's a lot of knowledge that you can pick up by reading books or watching videos about weak squares and the power of the bishops and opening prep. That's all knowledge that you can gain. But studying chess and playing good chess are two different things, because playing chess requires visualization and pattern recognition. And pattern recognition is a pretty big topic for adults. So it works like this. We, as adults, there's chess clubs across the country. There's thousands, tens of thousands of people, adults playing chess, and almost none of them will improve to the level of 2000 as an adult. In fact, there's something called the 1800 graveyard for adults, and what that means is that between 1800 and 1900, adults tend to stop improving. And so we're all there. And the next step for us is very hard. So if you really want to know what happened in that game, I'll tell you what I think. I'll just make a short video of it. I think the adult improvement, basically tactics, the first one and the third one here, we can actually do very well at. It's number 2 that we have problems with. That is board visualization, and that is subconscious calculations. That's all the things that happens in your brain when you're sitting at the chessboard that is not conscious. So there's a story about a GM in Russia, and he was young, like 15 years old, rated 2500, and he was talking to his coach, who was rated like 2000, and he was wondering why his coach knew much more about chess knew all the information about chess, but he was a much worse player. Because you can't learn your way to being a better chess player. It's like driving. You can read all the books about driving, and you can't learn it. You have to do it by doing. And so subconscious patterns are interesting. We could talk a lot about them, but they're the key for adults to improve. I played chess about 7 years, and I made a lot of improvements. 1830, I've been over 1800 for 3 years. I'd say I make a good candidate for being in the 1800 graveyard. So I know a lot about chess, and I can calculate pretty well. I'm very strong at tactics, but I do have problems visualizing the board, and also this whole thing about subconscious patterns affects me. So there's a couple of ways that comes out. Probably the most obvious way are adults tend to be worse at speed chess. And speed chess actually is a huge indication of where your subconscious weaknesses are. So, in other words, if you can't think, if your subconscious brain is not working as well, you'll see it when you play the game fast. If you try to play chess entirely logically, then you're gonna fail. You'll be stronger at long games and weaker at fast games. And that's where the problem lies, because you can't calculate long lines unless you've got things popping in your head so that you can determine what you don't need to calculate. So let's look at that game that got the email sent. Well, here it is. First thing I'd say is I played basically perfectly computer lines, right? If you look at it, no inaccuracies, no mistakes, no blunders, 14 cent a pawn. I played pretty well. Really, Jared played good too. He just had the one blunder, which was, taking the pawn here. And it's a mistake, and I basically played all the good moves. Now, this is an interesting move, queen to d4. It's the best move. You can see the engine evaluation on the screen. It took me a long time. I think I spent 20 minutes on this move, and I calculated everything, and I finally realized that queen to d3 does not work, but queen to d4 does, because queen to d3 has a hidden resource that he could move here, and he's got this checkmate threat on the board. You see that? So in order to avoid that, you don't play queen to d3, you play queen to d4, and now he doesn't have this. Because if he moves there, you take it, and then you take his bishop. He's got two weaknesses. So he moves here, and I move back to queen to d3, and I have it. But now he doesn't have, if he moves here, he doesn't have a checkmate threat. Now, does this make me a great player? No, I have the same weakness. I have trouble calculating 20 minutes to see this. I did this entirely with logic, actual calculation. But as far as my ability to see things, to pop out of the chessboard, I have that weakness, and it's hard to improve that. But so basically, I'm in, and I think we need to do some soul searching about how to get better. One of the things that happened in Springfield, and just to be clear, Brian Root has got seriously better. Now, he's probably a 2000 rated player, maybe 1950 or something like that. And so we had a number of people get stronger in Springfield, and because of that, we're just beating on each other. I've also become stronger. But how strong am I? If I had to guess, I'm 1900. You know, I might, if I were playing anywhere except in Springfield, probably at least 1900. So you get all, and Ethan's super strong too. So you get all these strong players playing against each other. Ratings aren't going to go up, and Jared's rating's going to go down because he's playing us. So there's that, but there's the bigger question about how we're going to. And as far as worried about giving ideas away, I couldn't care less about that. I am not worried in the least about opening prep. Everything's out there, and you know, I'm going to be playing all kinds of weird stuff anyway. So, anyway, long story short, I'm in, and you know, I've got different thoughts. I think we need to work on our weak spot, which is calculation and visualization. Yeah, it should be interesting. Now, before I leave, I'm going to play one game, and it's going to be a blitz game on Lee chess, and I want to explain to you how blitz chess can highlight your weaknesses, because it shows you what you don't see subconsciously. Like in a blitz game, if I had more time, I could calculate everything. But blitz hides it because you don't have time to calculate, and therefore your weaknesses are what is your subconscious patterns are not popping. If you're a GM, their subconscious knows, will see it all. Well, all the tactics. So let me show you what I mean. I'll just play one game here on Lee chess. I'll make it like a 3-minute game, and we'll analyze it, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'll just play e4. I like playing different openings. Oh, okay, he's going to play this. So this is an opening. Oh yeah, watch this. This is a cool opening. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to fianchetto this bishop. Yeah, I'm okay. So this will be cool. I'm castling this way. And then I'm going to launch my pawns. So here they go. I have this and this. Yep, I figured that. So, one of my weaknesses is attacking too quickly, as you all know. That's a weak spot. I'm still okay, right? Because my knight guards it. Okay, I think he can get mated here. Whoa! Something about my queen. Okay. And I don't want to do that. This is dangerous. I think I should double protect this square. So now there's a lot of tactics here. I mean, I could easily get in trouble. Protected twice, attacked twice. I would love to attack, and that bishop has to die. So I don't know. I think I can play this. He's gonna. Oh no. I really don't know what to do here. I'll play this just because I can play it. That blocks in my queen. I guess I'll have to drive those pieces away. And so now I've got time trouble. Okay. So can I play here? Takes. I think I can, if for no other reason that it gets this pawn out of the way. Okay. And now I'm going to do this simply because my queen, his queen's hanging. He noticed. Okay. And I'm going to take that bishop. Okay. And definitely take him. So the piece count is even. I'm doing this just to get to his king. Alright. I think that's a good move. I'll go with the check, and I'm hoping for this. He won't give it to me. This is interesting. Can he stop that? Yeah, he can. He can. Damn it. If he stops that, then what's the point? This ain't gonna work out. Yeah, there's really no way to get in here. So, fuck. Yeah. I've got to stop the pawn. Oh, look at this. That square would be good. Damn it, I just can't get to that square. I'm going to try to go this way. Yeah. I guess I'll go here. Fuck. Oh, this sucks. Whoa, that was a misclick. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, and he takes a good move, so I'm going to lose. Alright, I'll resign. Okay, so that's a blitz game, and what we're going to look for are what I missed. So we're looking at the computer analysis. It looks like he played a pretty good game. And so I played here. I made 3 blunders during the game. This is so basically my blunders are here. Well, that's a blunder, taking the queen. Oh, I had the intermediate move here. Okay, so you see that? Board vision. I didn't pick up the fact that I could actually take this with check. His king would move here, and then I mean, I could take here, he takes, I then could check here, oh, and then take here, and I got this bishop coming back. Wow, that's dangerous. Yeah, I missed that. So what does this one mean? This means that I don't have full board vision. I'm not seeing all the things that's on the board. This is not really a failure of logic or being able to calculate. It's just being able to see the board. This is something that children with very dense neuron density about the game of chess, they would see that, or you could possibly see that. So look at one more blunder. This is a blunder I made. Yeah, I remember talking about this. I was talking about, well, I think I couldn't find a move, so I just thought, well, what I can do is just drive this piece away. So I played this. It's a terrible move. There's something much better here, and it's knight to h3. So what's it threatening if you just make a simple move? Oh, it's threatening to come in here, and that's threatening because why? Oh, it's threatening the bishop. So this journey to hit this bishop, that's a good square for the knight. There's no doubt about that. So you can stop that by playing here. And then you still come in after the bishop, and then he moves the bishop away, and your pieces are rolling. So no wonder the computer loves this line. Now, why didn't I find it? Well, I remember looking at this. It didn't occur to me to improve my worst piece, which is logic, and I didn't see that knight should move. I mean, it should be quite obvious to a good chess player that your worst piece like this knight should be improved. That's maybe some more reflection on this is required, but just seeing patterns like how the night can move, that's subconscious. Your subconscious should suggest these types of things. And this may just be a case of, me not internalizing enough of these patterns. But Blitz will tell you where your weaknesses are. And it's more than a coincidence that the entire bunch of grandmasters in the world is an international master. It's all they play. Because they're trying to internalize those maps of, and that's what drives the actual calculation. You're not going to be able to force yourself to learn chess through a book. It's more like driving. It's like a skill. You're never going to learn to drive a car from a book. You have to do it. And so we're 10 times worse in learning new things, maybe 20 times in children, but we just have to work on it more. Anyway, that's all I have. I'll stop recording here, but yeah, count me in. I'll be there. And let's try to make the sessions focus on what'll make us better. So